Alright, let's check out what we found this week. It was bag day today, but we found a few things from a few days ago on Thursday, including went on an alternate route on my way back home to get a Wendy's 99-cent Frosty for a limited time, and went to a thrift store. This was the only book I found in the thrift store, but for, was it $2 or $3? I think it was $2. A very, very nice looking copy of Robert McCammon's They Thirst with a bit of a cool reflective, and however you can kind of feel the letters there and everything. So this is a first printing of the book. Really cool find. I'm glad I found something in there after looking for so long. So this was worth it for sure. First printing. When was this written? 88? So just before, or no, after Swan Song, I think. I don't know. But before Boy's Life, which I am just finishing up. Alright, so we'll find there. And then earlier, I found some $1, mostly $1 stuff. Tim Powers, Forsake the Sky. This is a great find. I'm not sure if I have this one. I have a few Tim Powers books that I'm accumulating, but I'm not sure if I have. And we found some of those very short introduction Oxford books last week. We found a couple more, the Celts and Napoleon. So a couple more. We'll have to check to see if there's any highlighter pen marks on those. Stephen King's Different Seasons, black cover. You don't see the black cover all too often. I'm sure it's a later printing, but a very worn spine. A well-read copy. Rightfully so. This book is really good. 4 stories. 3 of them are excellent. The last one's kind of interesting, but nothing to... You can almost skip it, maybe. 10th printing. So, yeah, there's orange covers that you see quite often. Green, blue, I think a red. Yeah, they got every color of the rainbow. There's a black one, so that's cool. And we got Keith. Oh, okay, this is a Tor double here. Both Keith Laumer. I think it's Tor, right? Yeah, Tor Sci-Fi. The Other Sky. And The House in November. So all these are $1 so far. Also got Robert Silverberg's Downward to Earth. Glad I picked these up because they were hard, and with the bag sale today, I didn't see many other sci-fi books, so I'm glad I picked them up early, though they were $1 each. You know, of course, if you get them on bag day, they're much cheaper than that. Yeah, I'd seen that particular Silverberg book. Also, Lynn Carter's Outworlder, a Lancer science fiction original. Don't see the Lancer books too often either. Really cool cover art there. Purple trim. It looks like it's kind of coming apart in the middle there somewhere. Yeah, that could be kind of fixed with some glue, but oh well. I got a couple John Brunner books here. Found a lot of John Brunner in the last week or two. Entry to Elsewhen. Cool cover art. Cool title, too. I don't know if... I guess Elsewhen might be a word. It doesn't have to be in a title. If you're just coming up with a title, you can make a title whatever you want. Might or might not be a word. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard anyone use that word before. Dramaturge of Yon. The Dramaturges of Yon. Okay. Another John Brunner book. Both were $1. Good deal. Haven't heard of that one either. And got some hardcover stuff here. Some sci-fi. This is Terry Carr. 7 science fiction stories about sports. Edited. An introduction by Terry Carr. So, this is just an anthology edited by... Alright, let's check the table of contents. See what we got. I already see from the... Oh, I can see George R. Martin's name. So he's here. There he is, bottom there. Run to Starlight. Arthur C. Clarke. Silverberg. Keith Laumer, who we saw a second ago. Anderson Dixon. Writing together. And it's probably... Nope, that's it. This is pretty short. Not even 200 pages. What do we got here? Joe Haldeman's All My Sins Remembered. Edition, of course. Most of the sci-fi hardcovers are 1977. And it's got a... yeah, I guess it's one novel or something. Could be worth something, but we only paid $1 for it, so either way. Space opera, I'm pretty sure this is another anthology edited by Brian Aldiss. With the anthology Why Back When featured. Oh, here we go. You don't have to open it up necessarily. Isaac Asimov, Jack Vance, Ray Bradbury, Philip K. Dick. Though that colony story is one you see everywhere in all kinds of anthologies. And Shackley. Let's check the condition. And let's see when it was printed as well. 74. And of course, book club edition. And this is a really cool find. Bigger books. I don't want to wait for bag day for this one either. But it's an author who wrote my favorite book of all time, Richard Adams, who wrote Watership Down. We did see a paperback edition, a really nice paperback edition. Remember the cover was kind of coming off the spine. I repaired it, and it's all good now. And this is the hardcover edition, book club edition. Maya. It's supposed to be a fantasy novel by Richard Adams. When was this written? I'm guessing 84, I guess. But great find there. Somebody really dig that. I think I have an actual first edition, like non-book club edition. Okay, so that was everything from Thursday. Everything else here. Well, let's see. Everything else back there, total of $5 and tax plus tax. A few other items though. Naked Lunch, William Burroughs. This is the restored text apparently. Oversized paperback. Only $3, and only $3 for these two Bukowski books too. They're poems, but let's see, 55 through 73 selected poems and 81 through 84. Those would be easy to sell together. Not necessarily worth a lot. Some Bukowski books worth some. They often come in this oversized paperback. These oversized paperback editions. These were printed in the early 2000s, I think. So yeah, $3 books there. Let's go through the randoms other stuff. A bunch of paperbacks. Those are kind of boring, but it's a pretty decent, okay haul, I think, overall as a reseller. Let's see the Natural. So a couple DVDs here. Discs are in good shape for these two DVDs. This has two discs in it, director's cut and the normal one. I'm pretty sure I saw this a long time ago. Good movie though, Robert Redford. And Insidious Chapter 2. I was interested in these movies because they're about the out-of-body experience, and you don't see or hear too many people talking about that, especially in Hollywood movies. This was kind of the first series of movies that were based around the out-of-body experience, though they kind of go overboard with some of the stuff and everything, but make it scary and everything. But they were pretty well done. The first and second one were really good. There's been a couple more, and I would just only recommend the first two, though I don't think I've seen the newest one. The Indian and not quite for the faint of heart. Those are though actually I think most people could probably watch the first one. There's some pretty scary parts though towards the end. The Indian Tribes of the United States. Some more ethnic and cultural survival. What do we got there? Oh, that's in the book. I think we'd have to tear it out, like a map there, probably. A couple of Cliff's Notes of Mice and Men and Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. These never take up really any room in the bag, so you might as well grab them. A bunch of them together. Some high school or college student would be glad to buy them. And you want to check for highlighter and pen marks on those as well. The Oldest Stories in the World by Theodore H. Gaster. Myths and legends of 3,500 years ago. Babylonian, Hittite, Canaanite. Yeah, this sounds kind of interesting. And a few, we saw those hardcovers, sci-fi hardcovers, book club editions. We got a few more left to us on Bag Day as well. Gregory Benford, who we've seen a lot recently. Paperbacks. This is in the Ocean of Night with a really cool looking cover art. Is it nice condition? Of course, book club edition. And Ben Bova's and Ben Bova Radova, quantum novel. That's a good find there. And The Day the Sun Stood Still, 3 original novellas of science fiction by Poul Anderson, Gordon R. Dixon, and Robert Silverberg, with an introduction by Lester Del Rey. And this is an odd kind of random pickup here, but The Timeless Troubadours, The Moody Blues, Music and Message. Oh, this is kind of cool. But my dad's a huge Moody Blues fan. I'm not sure if he would really be into this or not. Let's see, what is it? It's kind of interesting. It looks like it is printed by a Muse House Press. Like, the printing is really big on the back of the booklet, and it just kind of seems like a bit of a slightly cheap. Well, maybe they know their audience needs bigger printing too. Kind of, sort of big printing and big space. I don't know, but it's about the Moody Blues, so that's cool. They're a great band. So there's that. I think it's goes deep into their music, I guess. One second, let me clear a little space here, and we'll try to go through these quickly. This is a cool find right here. It's Golden Press, Golden Nature Guide, Science, Golden Guide Science, Indian Arts, North American, one we don't see quite as often. Oh yeah, this is pretty cool, all colored pictures. Probably a little bit more of one of the rare. There's certain Golden Nature Guides you see all the time, ones you never see. I think it's only the first or second time we've seen that one. The Wind and the Lion. It's a movie novelization. That's Sean Connery, I'm pretty sure, back there. I watched this movie several years ago or so. Kind of interesting. It's kind of a fun movie, but yeah, I always grab the movie novelizations. Those are ones that sell, actually, if you could believe that. Movie buffs like to collect them, I guess. Sharon Green's Trillion 4, The Warrior Challenge. Alright. Bernard Shaw, The Millionaires. Alan Dean Foster. Good find there. How do you say that? Cachalot? It's a big old, that's a huge whale. It's Moby Brown. Moby, he's all, kind of looks like a giant turd. Anyway, there's Bezos's or someone's super yachts right there. I hope he eats it. People who buy yachts, I mean, give me a break. Late grade Planet Earth. If I bought a yacht, I hope everyone would be really, really, really mad at me. Kind of like, what are you wasting your money on? Like, seriously, this world and all its problems, all the people you can help, you're gonna buy a yacht, really? Nature and human nature, at least have some dignity, you know. Oh, this looks neat. Oh, good friends. New Horizons and Psychology. It's got some sort of article there too. It's probably a bookmark. Being used as a bookmark. Oh, and same with the paper clips. Pelican, couple Pelican books there. Let's go a little quicker. A Short History of the Indians of the United States. A lot of Indian themed books today, I think. The Religions of the Oppressed, a mentor book. Zen in the Martial Arts. Raymond Chandler's Pickup on Noon Street. Philip Wiley's Hey, The Gladiator. His power is made Henry Danner, not Bruce Banner, but Henry Danner. More than mortal, but less than human. He's green too. Probably just a coincidence. Black holes, the end of the universe. Very international. Well, so far, we're in the clear. Oh, we found this recently, or maybe a few weeks ago or so. The Hephaestus Plague by Thomas Page. Deadly swarm of fiery creatures threaten all life. The terrifying novel of a world in panic. And R.A. McAvoy's The Third Eagle. I've seen this one before. Interesting cover art. And Timothy Zahn's The Black Collar. Now, unfortunately, the book wasn't quite this torn, if torn at all, when I got it. This got caught in the back of the backpack zipper when I put some of the books in there. And that's unfortunate, but we can repair it. Make it stronger. It would be the $6 million book after we repair it. Yeah, just the cover though. Otherwise, the book is fine. It's a DAW as well. Don't see. Well, you see this one every once in a while. You just want to see the Timothy Zahn books, all two particular titles. An American Tragedy, Theodore Dreiser? No. The Divided Self, R.D. Lang. Some more psychology, another Pelican edition as well. Lenin Remembered, the famous Rolling Stone interview, plus 59 rare photographs. Well, hopefully she's not in too many of them, hopefully. But I'm sure she is. There's some Lenin art in there. Actually, I saw a pen mark in there, so that even though it might be the only. Oh, see, there's one too. So you're gonna have to, when you sell something like this, if we hadn't have flipped through, we wouldn't have seen. If we would have flipped through quickly, we might have not seen them at all. But we have to take a picture of that and that, and if there's any more, maybe. Now, if there are several more, you don't take pictures of all of them. You just take pictures of a few and mention in the description that there's a few more pages like that. And here's a few examples. And that's that. Burke, Past Masters. Which Burke is this? Shoot, I don't even know. Anyway, kind of a random pickup. The Religions of Man. It's thin books too. Yeah, not too much sci-fi or fantasy this week. A lot of nonfiction. The Origins of Oriental Civilization. Heritage of the Bounty. Harry L. Shapiro. Forest People. These are both the Natural History Library. Study of the Pygmies of the Congo. So that's kind of cool. Man and the Vertebrates, Volume 1. Another Pelican book. Plays by George Bernard Shaw, 4 of them. I see this quite often, but always a good pickup. Stephen King's Thinner, writing as Richard Bachman. Should this book have been a smaller book, a thinner book? Wouldn't that be more appropriate? Over there, oops. Go. The Kink and I, a Psychiatrist's Guide to Untwisted Living. Practical and biblical counsel for you from your doctor who holds audience spellbound. Oh, actually, I've got this before. I always thought it was like not a Christian book, but just kind of more. I don't know, sexually oriented or whatever, figuring that would be something that would sell, but maybe not. We'll have to learn more about that. Yeah. Oh well. Indians. Oh wait. Not too organized here. Indians of the Americas, a mentor book, right? Sleep. Okay, Guy Sallouche and Julius. Okay, so it was the most directly personal nonfiction bestseller since Human Sexual Response. Vital, enthusiastic, exciting, a complete modern introduction of the subject. Life is profoundly affected by phenomenon of sleep. Like human sexuality, sleep has only recently been studied by scientists. This compelling report details in popular language the existing contemporary knowledge of sleep. It includes astounding and fascinating data about biological rhythms, dreams, and their meaning, jet lag, hallucination, and effects of drugs, pills, alcohol, sleep learning. Oh, sleep learning, that's interesting. Hypnosis, sexuality, insomnia, sleep, mental health, and startling effects of sleep deprivation. Interesting. Here's some books on birds here. Instant Guide to Seabirds. Mini hardcover. I got a lot of illustrations, I'm sure. Nicely colored, too. Ooh, there's some ducks. My favorite. No, well, maybe rabbits. I'm not sure if rabbits or ducks are my favorite animals, but they're 1A and 1B are tied for first in my book. Love the ducks and the rabbits, especially my rabbit. Arms and Men, Walter Millis, a mentor book. So some, probably some Civil War related book. Sex and Temperament. Three Primitive Societies. Mentor book. Very nice condition on this, though. Margaret Mead. Oh, what? Oh, I think I got this because it's called Divine Evil, but I didn't know it was a Nora Roberts book. But I don't know. Maybe it's something. Misery by Stephen King. Pretty decent looking shape, except for the spine. A well-read copy. The Basic Book of Organic Gardening. Australian Aborigines. Margaret Mead again. Let me put those together. Paul Horgan, Conquistadors in North American History. Birth of Civilization in the Near East. Waterloo. I think this was, intended for kids or like junior high age, maybe, or so. The Religions of Man by Houston Smith. So a lot of psychology, philosophy. We call it. Let's see, the Lost Fleet Dauntless. What's the word I'm looking for? Theology. Yeah, theology books. Some of those today. James Henry Breasted, A History of Egypt. Some history stuff too. So a bit of an unusual bag, but not too unusual, not too bad. The Colors of Space is a Timescape edition. At least the cover corner torn off there, but nice looking copy by Marianne Zimmer Bradley. It's one of the more common authors we see in these sales. Chieftain of Andor. Reborn in a warrior's body, he cut his way to a king's glory in a land of alien terror. Ooh, sounds interesting. So it's a Dell. Oh yeah, Andrew J. Offutt. I've seen his name before. Lois Duncan, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Crystal, Focus on Crystals. Seen this a few times. These books are always really beat up though for some reason. Just to get around. First Blood, so some novelization of the Rambo story there. Self-mastery through self-hypnosis. The Ancient Kingdoms of the Nile. Another mentor book, pretty good shape. Martha Grimes, The Deer Leap. Nice condition. The Complete Rhyming Dictionary. We come across this every now and then. Always worth picking up on back there, though. Cool book, you know, as far as just be good for a songwriter or whatever. And we got, last, definitely not least, 3 different James Herriot books here, all in decent shape, I think. Here we go, the first book of the series, All Creatures Great and Small. This is the 3rd book, All Things Wise and Wonderful. And the Lord God Made Them All, which is the 4th book, so 1, 3, and 4 out of the 5. And that is that. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry if that ran a little long. I'd give the bag, including these DVDs, we'll give it maybe a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. I like to rate the bags now, so nothing too spectacular, not bad, but as a reseller, give it a 7. As a collector, give it a 6. But I'm looking for more resale items than anything on bag day, especially with how many books I already currently have, always have. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Summer's almost over. Hope you got through it without getting heat stroke or anything. I almost did. Whew. Still a few more days of the 90s though to go. Low 90s though. I'm glad we're out of the upper 90s here. I got sick of that really quickly. Anyways, especially for someone who walks, I go running literally outside and walk everywhere. So it was starting to catch up with me. Happy reading to you, and of course to those about to read, we salute you.